actually, that is something I'd like to talk about, because Resident Evil 5 sort of caps off the entire story arc to the Resident Evil series. And although Resident Evil The Dark Side Chronicles is going to be coming out for the Wii, which is based on Resident Evil 2, but sort of goes beyond it. You know, it's not entirely a retelling of Resident Evil 2. At least, so I've heard. Yes, I know there are unused icons on my desktop. But Resident Evil 5 really just sort of ends the narrative that begins in the original Resident Evil way back on the PlayStation and Sega Saturn? Or Sega CD? Anyways. And it's been stated that the next Resident Evil will be sort of a reboot. And, you know, I'm really sad about hearing that. But I do sort of understand, because Resident Evil 5 wraps up the narrative so well. You know, it really ties a lot of the loose ends. And you pick that up, Sheva, because I don't need any ammo. Did you just shoot an arrow? I don't think so. Real men open doors with shotguns. What, dude? Ooh, an herb. Who cares? You know, so far it isn't really seeming that hard. You know, veteran mode. I know I've got infinite ammo and all, but I would have expected that they'd take more damage and do more damage. But, you know, so far... When did I pick that up?
I owe you one.
Take that. Screw the rifle ammo. Like I said, I'm sorry that the Resident Evil narrative is ending. Or that this is the end of the narrative. But, you know, it's not a revolutionary game, but it is a great way to end the story. You know, though I have to say, Jill Valentine is my favorite character in Resident Evil. And I would really love to see another game with her as the main character. Or possibly even some downloadable content to Resident Evil 5. You know, sort of a... You know, extension of the story. I would really love to see another playable outing as Jill. And Rocket Launch, when did that happen? No, stop that shit. There's another hand grenade.
Take it, Roger.
You can pick it up, Sheva. And there is yet another hand grenade out here.
Come on, take it.
Okay.
There's a reason it gives you all this stuff. Incendiary grenades, hand grenades, what have you. There's a reason it does it. Because in the game... Gold! Gold! You're supposed to split off at this point. Green, red... Bah, fuck it, I don't need it. You're supposed to split off right there. But, and, you know, cover Sheva as a bunch of zombies, or Magini, try to swarm her over there, from the floor below. But, and especially if you're low on ammo, this area, by the way, the emblem is right here. Just go right here to where you have to assist jump, and do a 180 turn, and there's the emblem right there. And you can make it with a handgun, or a shotgun, or whatever. It's easy as hell to get. It's right there. And you have to cover her. But especially if you're low on ammo and or playing on hard, you know, this can be a really hard area. Sheva can get herself killed since it's the AI. If it's a person playing, you may not have to worry about it, especially if they're really good. But in this case, I'm going to show you a way to not have to do that. And it involves using the hand grenades the game provides you with right here. You go to this area, and you see where the KenSmart sign is? You take a grenade and actually, you know, sort of use a gun to just line it up so you can bounce it off of the sign, because that's what you're going to have to do. there's a lock on the other side of the door, and you can't get out from the inside. So what you're going to have to do is bounce the grenade off of this sign and blow up the lock. So use a gun sight with a handgun or whatever and get a good line of sight on where you want it to bounce off of. Then switch to the grenades and throw. And if you cause a cataclysmic annihilation of everything in the street, chances are you've opened the door. Like so. Now, the moment you walk in there, you're still going to have to fight a few dudes, so... And... See, the moment you go in there, the sequence is going to kick in, and you're going to have to fight some dudes. You know, so you're going to have to shoot these guys regardless, but at least you'll be able to do it together. Sheva being a little bit less judicious with the ammo and a little more proactive. Sorry, Sheva, I didn't know that was you. And that's the extent of who you have to fight down there. And they probably dropped some nice ammo, including machine gun ammo, for you to pick up and use. Now, before you trigger this next sequence, I would like to let you know that it's probably a good idea beforehand.
Take it.
Okay.
To use a shotgun or even just your knife and just get rid of this door. Because you're going to be running from a chainsaw dude in a minute and it's going to get in the way. There's also some cool stuff up here that you can get without having to deal with anybody attacking you now. Like gold, which is always nice. It's always nice to have gold. And you don't have to screw with that entire sequence now. You can skip that entire scripted sequence. And we are going to collect what we can in the air because we don't want it getting in the way. While extra hand grenade. That can never hurt. While we are running like hell from this dude. Of course, we're not going to be running like hell from this dude because this is the reason I brought Mr. Rocket Launcher. Now, ideally, what you want to do beforehand is have someone wait here with a heavy, heavy, heavy weapon, like a rocket launcher, and you know, have the other person aggro the chainsaw guy over there. And then just bait him over here so you can get a clear shot, unless Sheva stands in the way like a tool. There's also this thing which you can use to kill some dudes, which I'm going to demonstrate. Just shoot it once. And that is also the way to get the Ride the Lightning achievement, if you kill someone with that. So, we're going to... Just got checkpointed. There's a reason for that. We're going to piss off this dude.